Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Boston Red Sox and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Sox is Danny Parks, whose record is 3-3 with a 2.97 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers is Bruce Robbins, whose record is 1-1 with a 5.25 ERA. And so we had a rough loss yesterday. We were kind of in it. We were down just a couple of runs, and then the ninth inning came and the floodgates opened, and we could not get a single person out. And we took another 10-run plus loss. We've had 3 of those in the last 4 games. Actually, 4. What is that? 6. We had 4 in the last 6 games. So our team ERA's ballooned up to 5.22, and we're in a little bit of a tailspin. We're sitting at 6-6 for the month, and just a game above 500 on this season. And I know that I had mentioned that I was going to wait until towards the end of the month before I started making decisions on who to keep and who to get rid of, but the Montreal Expos made me an offer yesterday that I thought was more than fair, and it helped me jettison some of my extra payroll. And so we took on Bobby Ramos, backup catcher. And, I've got his new card. I will have to add that for tomorrow. Jeremy's already given me his Detroit Tigers version of his card. So never played much in the majors up to this point. He's going to be the backup. He's got a really strong arm, a great eye at the plate, so he should walk quite a bit. And that's really all you want from your backup. Maybe hit a dinger here and there, but not too much else. But what ended up happening is I ended up getting rid of Omar Marino, who I guess was a fan favorite. But he was our 4th outfielder, and he was playing fantastic. But we are going to give the everyday job back to Gary Hancock and swap him in and out with Barry Bonnell based on the left and right lineups. And as a bonus, Dave Stegman got called back up to the majors. So the Stegosaurus is going to be a backup outfielder as well. Probably more of a pinch hitter than anything, because we do have Ricky in center field, and Dave Stegman cannot play the left or right. And we sent Marty Castillo back down to the minors. He was our backup catcher, and now we don't need him for anything. Then we also picked up Bryn Smith from the Expos, and he was a rookie last season, 5-9 with in 16 starts. He had 1 relief appearance this year. But in real life, he was a very consistent pitcher, and I'm thinking that this could help us, have a good 4th starter that doesn't walk too many, has a good strikeout ratio, a walk-to-strikeout ratio, and who knows? We'll have to see how it plays out. So we've brought Jerry Uger back up because the other player in that deal going to Montreal was Bob Stanley. Bye, Bob. He was making $300,000 this year, and I had extended his contract for 2 more years, really with the intent of trading him because he does have good ratings, but he just hasn't been able to get it done for us. So Uger's going to take over the long spot and be the 3rd right-hander in the bullpen. And the other good news is here's Bruce Robbins. Bruce is getting a start today, his first start from being injured for a month. And we have 2 relievers not available today. Excuse me, Tobik and Comstock. Both got, Comstock got rocked yesterday. Tobik was actually the voice of reason, which is kind of scary. He did give up a run, but he pitched pretty well. And here's our lineup versus Danny Parks. He's a right-hander. So we're going to go with this lineup today. As I mentioned in yesterday's game, we still got Whitaker batting a leadoff. And you can see here that this is really our everyday lineup versus righties. And unless someone needs rest, that's what we're going to go with. So we're going to live or die by that lineup. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the Red Sox lineup. They have one different player. They have Tarver in there. Let's go ahead and officially do the lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Marty Barrett. Batting second and at third base is Wade Boggs. Batting third in left field is Jim Rice. Batting cleanup and catching is Gary Allenson. Batting fifth and in center field is Fred Lynn. Batting sixth and at first base is Dave Stapleton. Batting seventh in right field is Ivan Calderon. Batting eighth and DHing is Lachelle Tarver. And batting ninth at shortstop is Rick Burleson. On the mound for Detroit is Bruce. Let's take a look here real quick. In real life, in 1979, he made his debut. And he went 3-3 with a 3.91 ERA. Pretty solid. And then we brought him up in September. He pitched really well. And I was going to give him the fifth spot out of spring training, but that did not happen because I thought Dan Petrie, who's older, might perform a little bit better. And, of course, he's in the minor leagues now. So he did fill in once we traded Rick Russell to Oakland. And, I mean, the fifth spot's his now. So as long as he can stay healthy, he is going to get some everyday playing time. There's the defense right there on the field. Take a look and see who we've got out there and their defensive ratings. And Marty Barrett will lead off the game against Robbins. First time facing Robbins, and much like Dan Petrie, he walks the first batter. That's going to bring up Wade Boggs. Boggs batting .333 on this versus lefties. He hits a ground ball to second, and the only play is going to be to first. So runner in scoring position with one down for Jim Rice. Rice leading the team with 6 home runs. And Robbins gets him to pop it up all the way out there to Henderson. And there's the second out. And that's going to bring up Gary Allenson. Gary Allenson we have actually not seen before. I believe Dave Rader made all the starts in the last series. As Allenson gets a base hit to right, and Barrett scores, and it's 1-0. Red Sox, keep in mind, are tied for first in our division with Baltimore. So we're facing back-to-back first-place teams with the Angels and now with the Red Sox. Fred Lynn grounds out to second. And we go to the bottom of the first. We are down by 1. It's the Tigers lineup for today. Batting leadoff and at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second in center field is Ricky Henderson. Batting third and DHing is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting fifth at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting sixth in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting seventh and at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting eighth and at third base is Wayne Gross. And batting ninth in right field is Gary Hancock. On the mound is Danny Parks. We just saw him last series. Remind me how we did. Oh, he took a loss. He had give up 7 hits in 7 2/3 innings. He had 7 Ks. He's actually been really great. ERA sub 3. And opponents are batting .184. But you got to take a look at those walks to strikeouts. As he walked 154 batters. Wow, in 237 innings. So. But he only walked 2 against us in his prior start. So here is the defensive alignment for the Red Sox. And here's Sweet Lou leading off, 4 for 18 with a home run against Danny Parks. And Lou hits a ground ball to short. Burleson makes the play, 1 down. Next up is Ricky Henderson, on a little bit of a slide lately. He's going to fly out to center. That's 2 down for Gibby. Gibby, another batter who's struggling. Hey, there's a base hit to center field. And the Tigers have their first hit. So runner on first. Here's Parrish. He's 5 for 19 with a home run against Danny Parks. But he's had a couple home runs and a couple doubles lately. So he's breaking out of his slump. Still batting only 203 versus righties. And he flies out to Wade Boggs at third, and that's going to do it for Detroit. We go to the top of the second. Dave Stapleton leading off. He shoots it to center field. Caught by Henderson. There's 1 down. Next up is Ivan Calderon. He had a big home run in the last series that we played. And he gets a base hit here. 2 hits now for the Sulks. It's going to bring up Lachelle Tarver. He must have just got called up. We do not have a card for him, but he's 4 for 6 so far this season. And he's going to hit it into right center field. Gary Hancock makes the play. So 2 down for Burleson. Batting 500 versus lefties. Did you see that? That's crazy. As Robbins gets his first strikeout of the game. We go to the bottom of the second. Jason Thompson leading off. You might have noticed Jason Thompson's photo on the title card as he hits a ground ball to first. That title card photo was actually a Topps photo made available for sale in card shops. I actually saw it when I lived in El Paso, and I never picked it up. I feel stupid now for not picking one up for my collection, as Kemp gets a base hit to center field. We're not going to try for 2. I think it was only a couple of bucks. It wasn't in great shape, but now I wish I had that photo. So 1 down, runner on first, Trammell's up, and he hits a ground ball right back to Parks. They throw out Kemp at second. So 2 down now for Wayne Gross. Been kind of a disappointment as he hits a ground ball to third, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 3rd. 1-0. Here is Rick Burleson, number 9 hitter, leading off against Bruce Robbins. Burleson hits a fly ball into right center field, and Henderson makes the play. 1 down. Next up is Marty Barrett. Ground ball to Trammell for the 2nd out. He's going to leave it up to Wade Boggs. And Boggs hits a fly ball deep to right field, but it falls short of the warning track, and that'll do it. 1-2-3 inning for Robbins. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Gary Hancock leading off, batting only .217 versus righties. So that's why he's in the 9th spot. He is maybe bounced, completely in the opposite direction from last season, where he batted .300 and was our team MVP. Sweet Lou with 1 down, hits a fly ball to center. Not a lot going on this game so far. That's not really to our advantage, as Henderson walks, and that means he's going. And he's caught stealing. That's terrible. Okay, so Henderson gunned down by the backup catcher. We go to the top of the 4th. Jim Rice will lead it off, and he's got a base hit into center field. So runner on first. Here's Gary Allenson. With that gun behind the plate, apparently. And Robbins walks him. So first and second with the lefty Fred Lynn, batting .045 versus lefties. You would think Robbins has the advantage. Nope. Wild pitch. So now we've got to pull the infield in. We cannot give up another run. And, of course, Fred Lynn gets a base hit, scoring the runner from third. And this is going to be one of those innings where there's absolutely nothing you can do. Base hit by Stapleton into left. First and second now for Yvonne Calderon. And another walk. Infield in. Ball hit right into the dirt. That's going to be an error. No, it's actually ground out as everybody moves up one. All he could do is step on home plate, I guess. Going to pull the outfield in. Keep the infield back. Try to turn two. Nope. Base hit to left. Scores 2 runs. Marty Barrett. Ground ball to short. And they give us the double play. So 4 runs on the board. 5-0. And that's probably how it's going to be today. As Parrish pops it up to short. Thompson, ground ball to short. So Robbins at 57 pitches. We are short 2 bullpen people today. So we're going to have him work it out on the mound. Ground ball to short. There's 1 down. Base hit for Rice. 7 hits for the Red Sox. And then here's the backup catcher who can hit and throw as he gets a line drive to right, caught by Hancock. So 2 down, and he walks Fred Lynn. 4 walks and no strikeouts. Dave Stapleton walks also. Okay. All right, you win. Let's bring in Jerry Uger. Hey, Uger back on the mound. This time in relief. We've seen him make a couple of starts. He wasn't particularly good either. He walked more than he struck out and took 2 losses with that 5.21 ERA. Opponent's only batting .233 against him, so I don't know. Maybe he should be in the 5th spot. Base hit by Calderon. Everybody moves up 1. Ground ball to short by Tarver. All right, so we finished that inning, and it's 6-0. Steve Kemp leading off against Parks. Ground ball to first. Trammell brought his bat today. Base hit to right. I mean, like I don't know how this game works, but it does seem to be every time you make a fielding mishap, the next inning you get destroyed. It's like there's a built-in momentum change into the programming. I feel like that is true. I don't know that for sure. But like it just doesn't work that way. Momentum is not a thing. It's not like you can say, oh yeah, Jerry Hancock leads the team in momentum. It just doesn't work that way. But yeah, he wouldn't know momentum if he saw it as he hits a ground ball to short. And we go to the top of the 6th. Rick Burleson leading off. Ground ball gets past Whitaker. 9 hits now for the Red Sox. Ground ball by Barrett to Whitaker. They turn 2. So with 2 out, Wade Boggs steps in and hits it right back to Uger for the 3rd out. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. I mean, let's just flip it over to the in-game stats. There is nothing to say right now as far as player of the game goes. Oh, there we go. Maybe we'll give it to Whitaker. He got hit. He took one for the team. So runner on first. Here's Ricky. Henderson pops it up. In the foul ground on the first base side. Next up is Gibby. Gibson strikes out. Parrish watches a wild pitch go by. I thought he walked, but it's a wild pitch, moving Whitaker into scoring position, so that means this will be a base hit. Nope. I thought they were going to give us our first RBI. They do not. We go to the 7th. And Jerry Uger with his 1 1/3 innings pitched in relief. He could be the player of the game as he gets Rice to fly out to left center field. It's not like they don't have lefties in their lineup. I almost feel like we should start a lefty. Do you like what the Tampa Bay Rays do? Like start a lefty, they put all of their right-handers in, and then bring in a right-hander after the first out. Maybe that should become my strategy. As Lynn hits a ground ball to Whitaker, and they turn 2 after that infield base hit by Allenson, who, 2 for 3 in RBI. Suddenly he is, I don't know, it's just frustrating to see that as Thompson gets walked. Parks at 90 pitches here in the 7th inning. And he walks Kemp. So first and second for Trammell, 9 for 23. I mean, he's had some pretty decent success against Parks. 1 for 2 today. There's a base hit through the left side, just past the shortstop, and Thompson somehow scores from second. So we're on the board. It is 6-1, and we got a little bit of a rally going, but we have the softball player, Wayne Gross, coming up. Oh, they walk him. So 3 walks this inning as Danny Parks is trying to make his play to become a Tigers starting pitcher. So we do have one grand slam this year. That was by Parrish. No, Hancock's going to hit it right back to the pitcher. And they go home to get the lead runner. Wow, Hancock is just terrible. Whitaker's going to pop it up on the infield. And that's going to leave it up to Ricky in the number 2 spot. And they walk Ricky. Walks in a run. We are one swing of the bat away from tying the game. Try to build a little drama. Gibby, he's the man to do it. We'll take a base hit to center field. Falls in, 2-run score. It's 6-4. First and second now for Lance Parrish. And they walk Parrish. So that was a terrible inning for Parks. I think what do you have, 6 walks in that inning? 5 walks? Yeah, he had 5 walks. So they're going to bring in Tom Bergmeyer. We've seen him already. He's a left-handed pitcher. He's making his 5th appearance. And he's thrown 5 innings. 7 hits, no walks. But opponents are batting .350 against him. And they picked the right guy, Jason Thompson. But he's only batting .030 versus lefties, but we're going to give him a chance. Hey, there we go. Bergmeyer's got his first walk, and we are one hit away from tying this game up. And Kemp does hit lefties well. He's .279 this season. Oh, he pops it straight up on the infield. Noonan, Noogie. No. All right. So we go to the top of the 8th. This is what the game does. It'll tease you. They give us a 5 spot, but we're going to have to earn it in some other way. Hey, great job by Jerry Uger. We're going to bring in Roger Weaver to face the Red Sox. Roger Weaver, we like him, but he's had a couple really bad appearances. He gave up 4 runs a couple games back, gave up a couple hits in his last appearance. So he's no gimme, but we've got him. That's who we've got to go with here. As he strikes out Dave Stapleton, 1 down. He's going to bring up Ivan Calderon. Line drive to right. 2 down. Here is Lachelle Tarver. Oh, he walks Lachelle. So Tarver on first. He's got some pretty good speed there. That's an 85. Can't imagine to be running. Rick Burleson steps in. And he was running. Parrish guns him down. And we get out of that inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 6-5. We have Trammell batting .400 versus lefties, leading off. He's got 2 hits already today. And then he gets hit right in the hip. So Trammell's on first, and we have Wayne Gross up. Looks like he's 1 for 3 probably against lefties. Man, this is a double play waiting to happen, but he can't hit and run. He's got no contact. I could pinch hit for him, but I think we got to let him swing. No, that's a double play. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Hancock hits a line drive to right, and we go to the 9th. So it's come down to the 9th, and we're down 1. We've only got 5 hits, but we definitely got our base runners. We have 2 hit batters, probably 6 or 7 walks now. And Rick Burleson, the number 9 hitter, gets his 3rd hit of the day. Barrett does bunt a lot, so we're going to bring the corners in case he tries to lay it down. Nope, swing it away. And it falls in for a hit. So it's 1st and 3rd. And we're going to bring in Cappy to face Wade Boggs. And we're pulling the infield in again. Boggs, still a pretty damn good hitter versus lefties, but he's 0 for 3 against Cappy. Ground ball right to Gross. And they go home to get him. So nicely done there, but we have no more righties in the bullpen. So we're going to see how Cappy gets through this. Rice only batting .211 versus lefties. Ground ball right to Gross again. And he could only get 1 out, as his gut probably got in the way. And now we're going to be facing Gary Allenson, who has just been pissing me off all day. Good, still got that jackass. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 6-5. This game really shouldn't be this close, as they bring in Prince Valiant, Dennis Eckersley, with his major dome hair. I like it, though. I mean, I think it looks good on him. Sweet Lou, leading off, bottom of the 9th. He's got a hit against Eckersley. And he's going to fly out to center field. So 1 down. Here's Ricky B. Ricky. Only appearance against Eck. He struck out. Oh, man, line drive right at the first baseman, Stapleton. And we're down to our last out, but this is what it comes down to. It's Gibson versus Eckersley. You don't want to walk you. Hey, Gibson wins again as a base hit to center field. Do we steal with Gibson? I mean, yes, we're a 500 team. I mean, what else are we going to do? Stolen base by Gibson. So it's going to leave it up to Parrish. Gibson standing on second base. And Gibson is 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs, by the way. So he's probably player of the game if things continue. Here's Parrish. Game on the line. Shoots it to left. Oh, it's going to be caught. That's a bunch of crap. Tigers lose 6-5. And that puts us at a 500 team, and we are under 500 for the month. And it looks like it's thinking of whether there's a trade or not. There is not a trade. So yeah, this is really solidifying the fact that we are a very bad team. Looking at the standings, we're 5.5 back with 3 really awesome teams in front of us. And New York's lost 6 in a row. That is crazy. I could see them turning it around, but who knows? Let's take a look at transactions. Was there another trade today? Yes. There was another trade. Minnesota has made another trade. Wait, what is going on here? Is this messed up? Yeah, because here we are here. We traded with Montreal, and sandwiched in the middle is another trade by Minnesota. They just got Keith Moreland from the Phillies. Oh, and Jeff Stone, in fact, from the Phils. And they're turning them around and sending them to Houston for Dave Bergman. Great guy. We like that guy. Mike Fischlin and Randy Neiman. Oh, man. So Bergman, he is going to be their starting first baseman. Mike Fischlips, he is going to be their shortstop. Randy Neiman is in the minors, AAA. And then Jeff Stone, single-A player. And Keith Moreland, catcher now on the Astros. That's insane. I don't understand it. But it's entertaining. So that's going to do it. We'll pull up the box score. I think we're going to give the player of the game to Gibson. His 3 for 5 effort with the stolen base and 2 RBIs. I think he earned it. He did strike out in his other 2 at-bats. No extra base hits for Detroit. Bruce Robbins, very disappointing as Tigers gave up 6, as Robbins gave up all 6 runs and 5 walks. That's just stupid, as Danny Parks outwalked him with 6. Parks gets the win. He's 4-3. Eck gets the save. He's got 6. No extra base hits between either team. So that's going to do it. We'll be back tomorrow with Game 2 of this series. Don't be surprised if I've made more roster changes. Until then, everyone, have a great night.